This is the Leviton DOS02 motion activated on-off switch. You can use this for lights, or you can use this for bathroom exhaust fans. It's made by Leviton. Absolutely fantastic. We're looking at the light almond here. This entire front piece here, this light almond cover, comes off very easily, and I'll show you that in a few minutes. They sell it in a variety of colors to match whatever switch plates you currently have in place. And this particular model is for a single pull or single switch design. That means you have one switch that controls either your light or your fan. You do not have two switches. However, they do sell models. If you have a dual switch and you want to put a motion sensor on one of those switches, they do sell models that can do that for you. So we have 4 wires here coming out of the back. We have our line, load, and then which is our black here. And then we have another black here, which will go to our fan or our light. We have our ground connection right here, which is the kind of green and yellow. That's ground. And then this right here is our common or neutral. And so you would hook this in with your white wires in the wall, the common or neutral wires. And if you don't, in your switch box, in your junction box, you don't have any white wires in there, then what you will do is you will ground this. So you will hook this into ground. And that is sufficient. It's per the instructions. You can do that. So let me show you what we're looking at over here. I've got the bathroom, and we have a Braun bathroom fan, exhaust fan up there. This is my light switch. This is my fan switch. You can see I've got the 2 black line loads here. One of these is your line hot coming in, and then the switch sends the power through this one up to the fan. We have our ground right here, simple. And over here we have our whites, okay? This is our common or neutral or return. These are the whites, so we're gonna tap every one of these wires fully in, and then I'll show you what that looks like. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. Okay, so we've got it wired up here. So we've got our top black and our top white. The little motion sensors at the top of the switch. We've got our white going into white. That's our common return. We've got our line load going into our black, so black and a black there. Then we have our lower black wire, the one at the bottom here. And that's going into our black wire here, which goes up to our fan. And then we have our green wire right here, this guy, the green and yellow. This is the green and yellow wire, actually. That's going into our ground right here, our copper ground there. So we're gonna push all of this back up in, and we'll cinch it down, and then I'll show you how we program it. And most importantly, I'm gonna tell you why, specifically, you're gonna wanna install these in your house. Fully installed, I'm gonna show you, before we put our plate cover on, I'm going to show you how we remove this panel right here. So there's little tabs here on the left and the right, these little tabs. So you just grab your fingers and you kind of pinch it a little bit, and then this plate lifts up and off. There's little tabs at the top right there. So those little tabs, they go into the slots, and then it comes down like that. There is a switch right here, and this switch is called occupancy, OCC, or vacancy, right? Very important that you set this the way that you want to set it. So what does occupancy do? Occupancy motion activates. So that means as soon as you come into the room, boom, this thing is motion activating. It's turning on your vent fan or your light. Vacancy mode means when somebody walks into the room, it does not automatically turn on your vent or your fan. So I have 4 kids in my house, and they're always going in and out of the restrooms, like all day long, right? So I want it on vacancy mode because I don't want that fan turning on all the time every time somebody steps a foot in that room. Okay, but what vacancy mode does for you, and occupancy mode, is when somebody leaves that room, when they leave the room, it's going to turn off. Minimum interval is 1 minute. So after 1 minute of no motion in that room, it's turning it off the fan, right? But you can also set it for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and 20 minutes, okay? So that means when somebody leaves, it'll turn off after that time interval. If you have showers in the room where you have the vent, you're probably going to want to have minimum runtime 5 minutes after they leave. Okay, so let it run for 5 minutes after they leave that room. That way all the humidity and the moisture in the air gets sucked out. If it's like a restroom where, you know, the kids aren't really going into it that much, you can have it on occupancy mode so that, you know, when you go in, it turns the fan on, and then when you leave, it turns off 1 minute later. That's fine. But the real issue, the real benefit basically of installing these things in your house, especially for your exhaust vents, and I have 6 exhaust vents in my house, and I have 4 kids. My kids leave those exhaust vents on all the time, upstairs, downstairs. They leave them on for days at a time, sometimes for weeks straight. And those exhaust vents are moving massive amounts of airflow, right? I mean, these things are just moving so much air. And you have your air-conditioned air in the summertime. It's taking all that nice, cool, chilly air, and it's blowing it right out into the great outdoors, okay? That's costing you a lot on your cooling bill. In the wintertime, it's taking all your nice, warm air from the furnace, and it's blowing it right outside, okay? So we're talking hundreds of dollars per year given this scenario that I'm talking about. I've run the numbers already. The break even on these particular switches for me is going to be about 2.5 months, okay, in terms of energy savings. And I'm just going to save so much more energy moving down the road. It's an investment that's absolutely worthwhile. And so if you're kind of on the fence about it, I recommend it 100%. Now let's get into the programming of our switch. Okay, so let's just cover some of the operation modes here. So the top of our button controls our settings 1, 2, and 3, and there's a red light that appears inside of our motion detection window. If that red light blinks 1 time per second, that's setting 1, which is your time period. So that means it's going to turn the fan off based on a time interval from the last time motion was detected. Setting 2 means it's only gonna turn off as soon as motion is no longer detected. And then setting 3 means ambient light sensing, right? So it's gonna look at the ambient light in the room and make a determination as to whether it should turn off, etc., based on ambient light settings. We're gonna use the time period setting here. Which is great when you have a shower. So if you have a shower, you're probably going to want to use time period. If in the room where your vent is, you don't have a shower, maybe you can set it to sensitivity to motion, so when you leave the room, it'll shut off. Now, the bottom button here, when we're programming and we push the bottom button, that's going to cycle through options, right? So you have option 1, 2, 3, and 4. The green light will blink 1 time per second, 2 times per second, 3 times per second when you're actuating through using the bottom button. And what do those options do for us, right? Here's the options. So there's a little matrix here where you have setting 1, 2, and 3. And in each setting mode, the green button will actuate these particular settings. So in time mode, one green light blink per second is 1 minute shut off after last motion detection, or 5 minutes, or 10 minutes there. And then here with sensitivity, this is your range, your sensitivity range, low, medium, high setting. And then you have your ambient light setting, low light, moderate light, high bright. So I want to set this, in this bathroom that I'm in right now, I want to go with a 1 minute shut off, okay? So I'm going to go 1 blink per second on the green light and 1 blink per second on the red light, okay? So we're going to put it into programming mode. The fan or the light has to be on. So you have to turn the switch on, make sure whatever it's controlling is actually powered on. There should be no light right here. The green light should be off. And then you hold the top and bottom buttons down for about 5 seconds. So we're going to hold those down for about 5. The green light's going to go solid. That indicates we're in programming mode. Now I can actuate the top button to cycle through my settings, right? Okay, so we had there. I think that was 1 red light, 1 red light per second. Good, we're on timer mode. This is blinking. Let's check that green light again. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're at 3, so we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. And I want 1 green light blink per second. Boom, we're good to go. Now all we have to do is hold the top and bottom buttons again to save our programming. Programming saved, okay? Now, what we did here is we did 1 red light blink per second, so we're on setting 1. And we did 1 green light blink per second, so we're on option 1. So if we come down here, setting 1, timer mode, option 1, 1 minute shut off. So this will shut off 1 minute from last motion detection. So when I leave this little bathroom right here, this fan's gonna shut off after 1 minute. That's gonna save me a lot of money on my energy bill. Absolutely fantastic, can't go wrong. All right, it just shut off. That's 1 minute since last motion detection. And you can see I'm walking into the room. Okay, see, I just walked into the room and the light, and it just turned back on. And you might be thinking, wow, that's not supposed to happen. I thought you had it on vacancy mode. Why did it just turn back on when you walked into the room? That is because if motion, when it shuts off, if motion is detected within 1 minute, 30 seconds to 1 minute after it shuts off, it will re-engage automatically. After that window has passed, no amount of motion is going to trigger it and turn it back on.